Hello everybody, welcome back and thank you for joining me for another video. All right, don't skip or fast forward the intro because there's things I want to tell you, things I want to show you. So skip or fast forward at your own risk. All right, first off, let's start by talking about the dried results. Let's start there. So dried results, love this piece. I mean, look at the silver in there. Talk about shimmering silver. It dried perfectly. And the overwhelming response from everybody to, yes, put in the bluish gray light in your next painting. So yes, that's what we are doing today. But I mean, look how that dried. I mean, amazing. So this is dry, needs a top coat of crystal resin, and it shall be available for purchase for anyone who's interested. So before I talk about crystal resin, because I told you guys in the last video, there's going to be a major sale happening today. So before I talk about that, I had to do a couple of little 10 by 10s for my Niagara workshop that's coming up this weekend. Still spots available if anyone wants to come last minute. I have spots available. So I'm teaching a resin class, which means the students are going to learn how to resin on these 10 by 10 inch canvases that I have prepped and painted for all my students. So they will get to take home a piece of my art. But since I had some leftover gray from the other painting, I decided to do the exact same colors and add this blue into it because I wanted to see it. I'm like, yeah, I figured since I'm doing it, let me try it. So look at it shimmer. I mean, so you can see the blue that I put in there. And so I loved it so much, I did a second one. I did two. So my students are gonna get to choose, which painting they want to resin on. But yeah, look, I did two. And I think I alternated some of the way I put the colors in order because I wanted to see, I think in one of them, I added that carbon metallic black. I can't remember. Either way though, I mean, look how pretty that turned out. So pretty. Look at that. So that's what it looks like with that blue in it. I mean, that silver by Pebeo is amazing. So here's the thing. They're gonna get to resin those with crystal resin. Now, speaking of crystal resin, the sale starts today. 30% off on the new Rook resin by Crystal Resin, and as well as their casting resin. So let me tell you, here is, I'm gonna move this for a second, okay? Here's the new Rook resin. All right, so there it is there. Now, the Rook resin is their new and improved resin, which I have used many times and also used it in my workshops. I used it at the Lakeside Retreat in Washington back in June. The students loved it. So this Rook resin is for top coating canvases, okay? It'll say here, tabletops and artworks, 1-to-1 mixing ratio, crystal clear, high gloss, self-leveling, yellow resistant, non-toxic, low odor, pour up to 1/4 inch at a time, okay? So not only do we have new resin, but it now also comes in these little bottles. For those of you who don't or have never used resin and want to try it and you don't want to spend a ton of money on the big jugs, you can buy these little guys. I think they're 1/2 liter each. Don't quote me on that. Oh yeah, 500 ml. 500 ml, okay? So you can buy these little guys and test it out if you like. And then if you love it, you come back and you buy this, right? And this is a good time though to buy the resin because again, 30% off using code Kanella 30. So you've got that resin, which is the new Rook resin. And then you have the casting resin, okay? So this is new formula for arts and crafts and casting projects, okay? Pour up to 3/4 at a time and it cures super quickly too. So what does that mean, casting resin? It means you got all your nice silicone molds and you can pour your casting resin into these molds here. So I love this turtle mold. I know I did a video on it and I got to do another one. I did not have time to do a video on resin. I'm literally leaving for Niagara Falls in 3 days. So I did not have time to do any, and you know, the funny thing is I had a bunch of turtles or frogs and turtles, and you guys know I love my little gecko, and I had them all, and I literally bubble wrapped them and packed them up because I'm taking them to Niagara Falls to put on my art display table for anyone who might want to purchase some of those little resin figurines. So I don't have them to show you because I'm literally knee deep or waist deep in boxes to take to Niagara Falls for my workshop. So I do have this cute little bear though. How cute is he? So, I mean, again, you just fill up your silicone molds with this awesome casting resin. And again, if you don't want to buy the big jugs, you can buy the smaller version. Okay, so let's see. This is 474 mils, so 16 fluid ounces. So 16 and 16. So you can also try the smaller version if you want. If you don't want to start big and you want to go small, they now have small versions as well. So, I mean, if you've ever wanted to try resin, or maybe you already have and you need to top up, now would be a good time to do so with this sale. I think the sale is for 10 days. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. But starting today, Tuesday, July 15th, all right, 30% off on the Rook resin and on the casting resin. So use code Kanella 30. I mean, don't forget, don't delay, buy your resin today. Oh my gosh, that rhymes. So if you are in the US, the prices on the website are in Canadian currency. So if you are in the US, it ends up being a little cheaper because of the currency exchange, and shipping is free over $50. I don't think they ship anywhere outside of Canada in the US. Sorry for those of you who are watching who live like in Europe or somewhere else in the world. It's only US and Canada. They don't ship to Australia or anything like that. Sorry. But yeah, get your crystal resin. I've been using that stuff, like the company resin, for over 5 years now, and I've been approached by so many other companies. Art Resin has approached me, you know, so many other companies asking for me to try their resin, and my answer is, and always will be, no, because crystal resin is Canadian, so I support my fellow Canadian small businesses. But then also, I've never had an issue with the resin. I love the resin. It's great resin. And for those of you who have tried it and use it, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So get your crystal resin. Niagara Falls this weekend. Let's do I have anything else to say? Echo's doing still okay. He's been off the meds now, you know, a couple more days, and no crying out of him, which is exciting. I'm still a little worried about taking him to doggy daycare on Wednesday, tomorrow. But I'm going to have a severe talk with them and make sure that his, you know, he doesn't exert himself or anything like that. And they have to like keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't re-injure himself. But yeah, your comments are funny from the last video. Everyone's like, how can you keep a husky from not ever playing rough ever again? And I know, totally agree with you. And that is not going to happen. In 3 weeks, when he's allowed to start going for walks and stuff again, then, you know, we'll start like little light horseplay with him. You know what I mean? And then just go from there. So that is the update on Echo. And really quickly, I know a lot of you are waiting for a video on how I mix TLP pigments so that you can use them in a blowout. I am working on that video. I'm literally working on that video, so you'll have it in, you know, I post 2 times a week, every Tuesday and every Saturday. So you'll get it within the next week or so, okay, when I get back from Niagara. But that video is coming, okay? I promise you that video is coming. And there was something else I was going to tell you. Sugar. I can't remember what it was. It was literally the TLP video. And I can't remember, but maybe it'll come to me. Anywho, let's do this for now. So I actually decided to go bigger on the canvas. This is a 14 by 18 because I have a feeling I'm gonna love the way these colors look. And so I wanted to go a little bigger. So I have more room to blow out my paintings. So, or blow out my paints, I mean. So let's see. starting off, geez, I wanted to tell you something, and it's really gonna bug me until I remember what on earth it was. And I don't remember what it was, but hopefully it comes to me. I have to think. Anyway, maybe it'll pop in my head while I'm rambling. So, of course, base color. I made a nice light gray here, and I used titanium white and oxide black to make a light shade of gray. So I kind of changed up the colors a little bit. I said in the last video, I should try the Pearlized Carbon Black by Master's Touch, which is this bottle here. But I also remembered that about a week and a half ago, I actually hopped over the border to Detroit because I'm an hour away from the border here in London. So Anthony and I decided to do a little day trip, and we drove over the border into Detroit and went to Hobby Lobby. If you're on Facebook, you would have saw that post. But we went to Hobby Lobby. Anthony's never been to Hobby Lobby. I've been to Hobby Lobby maybe 5 times. And it is like, I'm like a kid in a candy store in there. And even Anthony was so impressed with the amount of stuff the Hobby Lobby sold. So anyways, while I was there, I bought 3 new paint colors. And they are, I'll show you, because we don't have Master's Touch here. So I bought this Pearlized Wine Red. Okay. Then I got, this color is beautiful, Pearlized Dark Green. Okay, and then, look at this, Pearlized Dark Blue. Do you see that? So instead of using the Pearlized Carbon Black, I decided to throw in the Pearlized Carbon Blue. So here's the difference between the two. Even though this says Pearlized Carbon Black, you can see it's got a blue hint to it. So I don't know why they call it Pearlized Carbon Black when there's blue. And then this is the other blue. This is Pearlized Dark Blue. I mean, does that not look almost the same to you? It's totally bizarre to me. So I'm going to use this one because I figured it's a new color. I've never used it before, so I'm going to give it a go. And then you remember I told you guys Amsterdam came out a while ago with new metallics. So they have metallic yellow, metallic red, green, purple, blue, yellow, and metallic black. So instead of just regular black, I did metallic black by Amsterdam. So those are some substitutions I made. So let me tell you, stop rambling, and tell you the colors I'm using today. So we've got metallic black by Amsterdam, then the Iridescent Silver, which I love so much, by Pebeo, then this new Pearlized Dark Blue by Master's Touch. Then, of course, we have some Titanium White by Amsterdam. Then we have Pearl Space Gray by Arteza. Then we have the Bluish Gray Light by Amsterdam. And then topping it off, I'm adding again a different color, Paynes Gray by Amsterdam. So there's the palette. Here's the gray. I mean, let me move this out of the way. It's distracting me. So there you go. I mean, that's gonna look pretty cool. So I added the Paynes Gray as opposed to the neutral gray, because that's what I had in the last video. So I took the neutral gray out and I put Paynes Gray. So this I feel is gonna have a definitely like a blue hue to it, but I think on this light gray base, it's going to look stunning. So yeah, let's give this a whirl. So I am going to flood my canvas, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna rack my brain on what it was I was supposed to tell you guys, and maybe by the time I get back after flooding the canvas, I'll remember what on earth that was. So I'll be back. All right, canvas flooded, bubbles have been popped, and I remember what I wanted to tell you guys. So a couple of videos back, I had told you I had some really great news that I wanted to share with you guys. about what's going on in my life, but because everything was happening with Echo was just such a downer and upsetting, I decided to hold off on that news, but I will be telling you what that news is as soon as I get back from Niagara. So you'll have to wait just a little bit longer, but yeah, I'll finally happy to share what my news is going to be. So I'm very excited to share with you guys what's happening. All right, there we go. Metallic black, never used that before, so we'll see how that pans out. And now this silver, I want to give it a nice healthy squeeze. I'm so running out. I need to mix. Oh, literally just ran out. Oh my gosh. Yep, I need to refill that bottle. Okay, so Pearlized Dark Blue by Master's Touch. So I'm not going to go too heavy-handed because I don't know how this brand reacts. I mean, I've used the Pearlized Carbon Black many times, but I don't want it to take over. We got our white. I need to put white in a regular bottle. This little teeny tiny bottle just isn't working for me. Plus I like matchy, so when this bottle is smaller than the rest, it drives me nuts. All right, Pearl Space Gray. This is gonna be a dark and moody piece, but then this pop of this light blue or gray. I love this color, bluish gray light. I loved using it in those little 10 by 10s I showed you earlier. So I'm gonna give a healthy squeeze on that. And I didn't want it to be the last color on top, so that's why I chose to put the Paynes gray. Now this is a lot of colors. Oh, we got a goober. I gotta get that out. There we go. That's better. So, I mean, sugar. The carbon, the metallic black is spreading. Maybe I should have gone a little light-handed on that. It is what it is. I don't know. I hope I don't have to scrape because I don't have any more gray. I'll have to make another batch. Let's just blow it out and see what happens. Oh, wish me luck. Let's do it. Wow. Wow. Oh, love it. Okay, the blue, this blue, the bluish gray light really dominated right here. And I love that it did that. And you can see it here and a little here and definitely down here. And I'm actually really happy with the Pearlized Dark Blue by Masters because it did not take over at all. And I mean, you can see it here and a little bit here. Next time, or if you try this at home, go very light-handed on the metallic black. It's okay, but you can definitely see the outline of the metallic black. And again, I mean, it's so dominant. And this is what I say in my classes, my in-person classes, is the first color you put down on the canvas is 9 times out of 10, depending on how you blow it, but it is going to be the outline of your petals most of the time. So if I had put this color down first, then you would see that on the petals. So keep that in mind, okay? So it's definitely, I kind of like it though, because it adds like a bold border around the petals. So I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with this. Let's see. Just adding a little extra negative space right here. And then I want to try and blow some of this black that way, so I have more of a opening here. Now the question is, I probably can't reach, so I'm going to bust out my Thomas stool. I'm going to make sure everything is tucked in and I don't drop anything in here. Let me see here. Let's do this. See? That's so much better. I love it. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm really, really, really liking this a lot. This turned out just as I had imagined and expected. So I'm not touching anything else. I'm going to touch up my edges and I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up. Be right back. All right, so before we get to the close-up, a lot of you, this is your favorite part, is take your stick and scrape those drips. Yes, that is very satisfying to watch. So do all 4 sides. Come back 10 minutes later and do it again, because you'll need to do it again for sure. Look at this. I mean, come on. Look at that light blue, gray, or whatever the heck it's called. I keep forgetting what it's called. But look at it. I love how it showed up, a nice streak right here. Look at those cells. And there's that pearlized dark blue I was telling you about. I bet you once I turn it off, the lights, and you see that with the flash, you're really gonna see that blue. Really gonna see it. So let's see what it looks like. All right, so the flash is on. There's gonna be a lot of shimmer. I mean, there's that metallic blue, or black, sorry. The metallic black. Oh, look at that. I love that. Now I kind of wish I squeezed a little bit more when I was putting it down on the canvas. But, I mean, look at that. Oh, hi, Juno. What are you doing? Juno just came in. Look. I'm loving the blue. I love it. I would love it if there was a little bit more in there, but I'll take it, especially this part here. That kind of looks like a, I'm not even gonna say. All right. And there you have it, my friends. I'd love to know what you think about this. So I added new colors. What do you think about that new, what is it called? Goodness gracious. Bluish gray light. I mean, did I even spell bluish right? I don't know. Did I spell that right? Nope, I did not. Let's see. Oh, I did. I did spell it right. See the second line? Bluish gray light. Okay, I'm not losing my mind then. So, I mean, I love it. I love, love, love that color. It's so pretty. I love this piece. I love this piece. And I'm so glad I did it on a 14 by 18 inch canvas. I mean, I would love to go even bigger. And then now that I know what I know about the metallic black and, you know, the pearlized dark blue, I mean, tweaking it, I could really make this one a masterpiece. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Don't forget, get your crystal resin. Get your crystal resin, 30% off sale, code Kanella 30. All right, on your Rook resin and on the casting resin. So yeah, that is it. I'm off to Niagara Falls. So I hope to have a video for you guys on Saturday. We'll see. But I'll definitely have them back up and running when I get back after the weekend event. So that is it for me for now. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.